My name is Vane MG. I am an artist from Colombia, and now I've been living about like 6 years in London. I love everything related to my country, so the people, the culture, the colors, the nature, and I really miss everything about it. But at the same time, I just found like a big family of Colombian people and Latin American people living in here in the UK thanks to my art. So at the beginning it was really hard for me to find the UK as a home, but I started to do my art and I started to call with my art like a lot of people, obviously not only Colombian or Latin American people, but people from everywhere around the world. And this started to help me to feel more like now this is my home. I came to the UK thanks to love. I just came here with in that time my boyfriend. We met in Colombia before, and I had the idea of come the next year to somewhere in Europe, but I wasn't planning at all to come to London because we as Colombians we need a visa to come here. So I said like that's not an option for me and I'm not going to go there. But well, our relationship started to grow and grow, and then we decided, okay, then I'm gonna come for 6 months to see how it is. And during those 6 months, obviously we could see that we love each other, and obviously we work a lot together. He helped me a lot doing my art because I didn't know anyone. So yeah, that's how I came here. My art, I can describe my art as pieces with lot of colors. I always bring colorful vibes, and I bring a little bit of my culture. I bring a little bit of my likes. For example, I love Japanese animation. I love everything related to anime and manga. So I think sometimes directly or indirectly I can show a little bit of my culture and a little bit of what I like anime, for example. And this is like a mix, and obviously I try to just create something new, and always positive vibes is what I like to show in my art. I use veins in my art basically because my name in English people never could spell it properly, which is Vane, but people started to call me Vane. And after a while I just tried to look for like the meaning of vein, what is vein, and I found a really beautiful meaning related to like the wind, which is a wind vane. And I found this in a right moment because, for example, I'm Aquarius, which is like it's about wind. The wind is not about water; it's about wind. And I love all the meaning about the movement of the air, about nature, how the air can clean your bad thoughts, and you can just create new things like all the time with the movement of the wind. So I think this is something I like to bring in my art, like the movement, and I like to show in my illustrations all the time the movement. So that's what I love to do this in my art. Since I was a child, I always wanted to be an artist because I knew, I don't know, like since I remember, I knew I was really good to do painting and to do drawings, and yeah. But then you know that people started to tell you that it's something cultural, that people tells you that you cannot live of art. So I grew up all the time with this in my head, and for this reason I decided to study something related to something creative, but like something that I could maybe in the future to get a job. So I study industrial design, and when I study this career, I was like all the time going farther and farther from my real dream, that it was to do art. And then I graduated, and then I started to work for a toy company, and then since then obviously I love this part of my life, working as a designer. But every single day I was feeling farther from my dream of being an artist. And then suddenly, after like maybe more than 5 years working for different companies and in Colombia, I decided that I wanted to be an artist. So I said, like, I want to be an artist, like working in real art before my 30s. That was couple of years ago. I'm not gonna tell you my age, but yes. So I started to do art, I think, when I was 30, like as a professional, and I started to do painting. Then I moved to street art. It's a bit different the way the street art is in Colombia than the way it is in London. And these artists were a little bit like, you cannot reach them easy, and they are famous, and so it was a good experience for me to go there and to be more like in this world of street art. And then when I came here, a friend told me about an event in Shoreditch, and then I went there, and then suddenly I started to meet like the whole world in London of street art. But I have to say this, I love my country, but the world of street art, there's nothing like London. I want people to feel, when people see my artwork, I want people to feel like to see a lot my painting, and to just lose themselves in my artwork, because I can have a concept of my painting or my street art, but I always try just to do things that can let people to just create their own understanding of the piece. And that's what I like to express to creating people. So always when I like, for example, if I'm doing a painting, I have obviously I organize the idea, I do a sketch first, then I started to do painting. But once I finish this, like really conscious, I had to sit down and try to think as if I'm just a person who is appreciating my art. And then I start to just think, okay, maybe this can be this, or this can be something different. And if I don't feel like that, then I feel that I'm not gonna express that to the people. So I always like to create a piece of art that can let people to be there for more than a minute.